Hey everybody, it's Charlie from Daily Motor. Welcome to the live drive of our 2022 Ford Maverick. We've had this Maverick for about 9 months now, 8 to 9 months, and because the Infiniti and the Lexus UX that we were supposed to drive today were not available, we figured this was a good opportunity to kind of give you an ownership update and let you all chime in and see what you think about our Maverick after about 8,000 miles. In fact, we just happened to get its first oil change today. So oil change, tire rotation, we'll talk about that a little bit more throughout the drive. So for the next hour or so, we're gonna head out and drive the Maverick, talk about it. We've got Alyssa behind the camera right now. She's gonna actually start out driving since she spends a lot of the time behind the wheel of the Maverick, talk about her experiences with it, her pros and cons, she likes and doesn't, same with myself. And most importantly, answer all of your chat. So if there's anything you know about other Mavericks we've driven, like that, or any of the other stuff going on at DMEHQ, make sure to hit us up in the comments. We're going to do a little bit of a walk around, talk about the truck, and then be sure to get to your comments soon. So this is a 2022 Ford. If you're not familiar with the new truck from Ford, it's based on a similar architecture to the Ford Escape and the Bronco Sport, so it's not a body on frame truck the way the Ranger and the F-150 are, meaning there's no big thing of essentially on top of it and kind of two separate pieces. It's all built in together into one, and that creates a softer, smoother riding experience, a little bit of a lighter vehicle, but also not as tough and capable of a machine as well. But for us, some people who kind of do more casual truck stuff, it really well. The other thing is the price is really good. This is a mid-level model, XLT. It has the 4K tow package, which allows us to tow up to 4,000 pounds, and the FX4 off-road package. All of this came out to about $30,000 when we bought it back in December of 2021. We actually bought it before the market went too crazy and Mavericks became nearly impossible. Able to find one sitting, it wasn't quite sitting on a dealer lot, but it had been built and ordered and spec'd by a dealer, not built for someone in particular. It's fitted in Area 51, which is kind of this grayish blue, mostly blue type of color. You can see the all-terrain tires that we have on there, just rotated up to the front. It is the XLT middle trim without the XLT luxury package, so we got cloth seats. Can't remember what else the luxury package would have gotten us, probably power. But I actually did just drive a Lariat Maverick today as well, so I'm kind of trying to remember what the differences are between those two. I'm not the biggest fan of the appearance of the Maverick. I think it's a little strange looking in the front. I like everything from here on back. The front's a little strange to me, but what do you think, Alyssa?
I don't think it's too strange.
No?
I've been looking at this Maverick for the last 10 months, so it's very normal looking to me. I really love how bright the headlights are. I mean, you've got a lot of black trim. That's around here. The wheels are black. All this black trim on the side and in the front, and then you have these really super bright headlights.
They're pretty good lights.
That's just really striking to me. It's very pretty. I love this color. I really love Area 51, this blue. It's a beautiful color. And when you picked it out, I was like, oh good, I was hoping that you'd get that one. There are a lot of other colors that Ford makes for the Maverick that are so beautiful. There's like there's like a slate green one that's really cool. I even think the silver and the matte gray is really pretty. They've done a great job with it.
Even the black ones, the super dark blue, they make a lot of cool colors.
Yeah.
Alyssa and I were talking about in our ownership update video that we shot recently that we kind of like how the Maverick doesn't really speak to one
gender.
Gender on this on any side or anything. It's like it's not super masculine or feminine. It's kind of in between. It's kind of blocky, a little bit masculine like that, but also it's sort of smooth in the headlights and a little smaller, so it kind of has a feminine aspect. Yeah. We do have painted tow hooks up there with the FX4 off-road package, our Pirelli ATR Scorpion ATR tires, and then coming into the back you see a few of the accessories that we have. We have a Truxedo Century CT tonneau cover that has aluminum slats, that's the word I'm looking for, in there that make this secure. And then inside we have a bed rug impact mat from that keeps our bed bottom at least pretty protected. Should we get to some comments?
Yeah.
You can see this rolls up pretty nicely. It starts as kind of a two-hand job, and then you have one. Some of the things we have back there, we've got a ramp and Alyssa's boots. Truck stuff.
Yeah.
We'll talk about all the various done with this over the years.
Yeah, we've done a lot of really fun truck stuff with it.
Yeah.
So we did see Mukisa's comments.
Catch you soon, Mukisa.
And Sanjib's comments. We saw those. Miran says hello.
Hey, Miran. Glad to have you in.
Bobby Oz says, I love your videos.
Oh, thank you.
Very nice. Thank you. And the Pittsburgh Man says, hello, Alyssa. Hey, Charlie. What kind of shoes are you wearing?
What are those shoes, Alyssa? What are those?
What are those? These are just my black flats. I wear these for work.
Nice. And I'm wearing my cheap Target shoes that are falling apart. Is that it?
Yeah, we're good on comments. Very interesting comment, Pittsburgh Man.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Does it seem like the signal's doing okay?
We seem to be good. What do you guys think? Does the signal seem to be well? We're running on 1080p this time.
1080p with the hotspot again. So trying to go back to an old formula. Probably should wash this here pretty soon. We've got some dirty bits down on the plastic cladding. I don't know how Ford expects this to be a tough off-road vehicle without plastic cladding, because all the crossovers we are supposed to be tough and rugged and sporty have big bits of plastic cladding, just like that RX going by. It's plastic cladding all around the wheel wells.
That could have been an option that we just did not go for.
I don't think so. No.
Maybe it's an accessory we need to get.
I think Ford just really silly. Ford really kept away from the beat this trip. They kind of get what you need, what you don't. The accessory that I was thinking of getting, however, is make strut that you could install right here that dampens the tailgate as it comes down. So right now it just flops, but for about $40 or $50 you can get struts on there that would make a nice smooth drop, and I think that's something that you would find useful. Yeah.
Alrighty.
A little bit of storage back here. We use that periodically. This pops right open. You put gloves back in there or something like that. I've definitely done that before. Then close that.
I really like, can we talk about the back a little bit?
Yeah.
I really like how it says Maverick on the back.
Oh yeah?
It does so subtly. I mean, there are a lot of other trucks that are much larger and much more showy that say Ram or Ford or something, and it's very obnoxious, and that's probably also aftermarket, although sometimes I've pointed that out and you're like, no, that's how it comes. Yeah. And 100%. It's just obnoxious, but this is really nice.
Yeah. Also, I'm a big fan of fonts, and I kind of like this all-wheel drive font that Ford uses for this lettering. It's just subtle. It's nice, little to the side, just letting it know, just good lettering.
I was thinking on the way over here that even though this is an all-wheel drive truck, I do remember in the winter sliding it around, kicking the back end out when I'd down corners and it'd be snowy roads.
Oh yeah.
And I'd be like, this is really fun. And that's actually the only car I've ever had where I wanted to do that.
Nice.
Yeah. Yep.
One styling element that you have with the Maverick is, because it is tiny and they fit the tow hitch back there and everything, the license plate is on the side.
Yes.
Off center. I know I'm following other Mavericks. It's always just kind of an interesting look. You know what would actually look quite good is one of those dark license plates on the Maverick, because it would blend in a lot more.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially like in California, you can get black plates. That would go in really well.
That'd be really nice.
Yep.
Pittsburgh Man said that there's a slight stutter regarding the quality of the video, but few and far between.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Cool.
All right.
We've got a couple other comments if you're
sure. Yeah, let's do them.
All right. Sanjib is asking if you can do a Ford Bronco Big Bend 4-door.
Maybe. We are getting a Bronco Raptor here in a few weeks, so we'll be able to do that.
Yeah, that's probably going to be bigger
and
bendier than the Big Bend 4-door. Neat. Okay. Frank Reed is asking if the truck still feels as solid as when you first got it, and that's a resounding yes for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There are a few super minor sort of sounds and weirdnesses that I've noticed, but nothing, no sort of rattles or creaks or anything yet. It's actually, for being such a cheap vehicle, it's actually held up pretty well, and it gets put through the ringer here with Michigan roads. It's actually something that, coming out of the Tesla and Alyssa having a sedan before that and everything, it's a good car for her to be able to just kind of, either of us, to be able to just clomp over whatever we need to do, because yeah, it's not huge, but you've got a good amount of suspension travel, you've got a good amount of sidewall in these areas, so you never really have to worry about a pothole and on a rim, a lot of absorption for that. So that's really key.
Here's some other really good comments.
Mm-hmm.
Javier Rios is asking if the F4 package was worth it.
The FX4?
Yeah.
Worth it is an interesting question. It doesn't cost that much. It's something like $900. So in the grand scheme of buying the vehicle, I think it's worth speccing out. I do like the idea of having the tow hooks. If we were to get this vehicle stuck or have to recover another vehicle, it's nice to know we could either do it from the rear or the front. And we have recovered another vehicle with this.
Yeah.
We pulled out
a larger truck.
Yeah, we pulled out a Toyota with our Maverick and used, we used well if that would have worked better. So you get those. I don't think these tires are anything to write home about. I think they're still pretty pedestrian. If you really wanted to get some good off-roading done, you need to swap out some knobbier boys. You do get the darker wheels, which I think some people like. And then you get some of the drive modes, I believe, as well with the FX4 package. Oh, and the skid plates. I can see the skid plates being worth it for a lot of people, because then you can drive around off-road and you know, if you can see under there, that if you're gonna hit some sticks or an incidental rock or something like that, you have a little bit better chance of not damaging things. So yeah, I'd say for $800, if you're gonna do some off-roading, why not?
8 or 9.
8 or 9, something like that. Yeah.
Something like that.
And I'm sure someone will bring it up at some point regarding the Maverick Tremor that was just released. That's got a little bit more advanced rear differential, maybe center diff as well, 1-inch lift, some different shocks, but that's about it. And you actually can't get the 4K tow with the Tremor. So if it were me, I would just throw a 1-inch lift kit on this FX4 and some better tires, and then you pretty much just got a Maverick Tremor right there.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And probably for a lot less.
Probably for less,
Yeah,
you're right.
yeah.
Yep.
Cool. Pittsburgh Man asks, if someone was looking for a truck but not a full size, why would you pick this over the Ranger?
The Ranger drives much more unpleasantly. It feels like you're running around in a truck. This is going to get much better fuel economy. We've been averaging about 26, 27 in all sorts of driving. The other day we did a 280-mile round trip and got 33. So
Ranger's probably not going to be able to do something.
Ranger's going to be much, much lower than that.
Yeah.
And it's going to be more cumbersome. I mean, you can drive this around like a crossover and park in crossover-y type places and the maneuverability, but then when you're ready to do some truck stuff, whether it's moving furniture, sticks, logs, motorcycles, all sorts of things can go right in the back. Yes.
The Ranger is a body on frame, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah, that's why.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, cool. Has it broken yet?
No, nothing is broken. The only thing, any sort of incident we've had, and I should probably put some clearer tape on this.
It's not even the truck's fault.
Yeah, we just had a reversing accident when coming into the garage. Fortunately, it's just right here on the light. Very easy to swap out, but I mean, it's so minor that I just threw some tape on it.
Yeah.
Not even worth fixing at this point.
Can you tow your town and country with the Maverick?
Theoretically. We need a big donation for that.
That was Ford guy's comment.
If someone sends $200 to the Cash App, I'll go hook this up to the town and country. It's right down the way. We'll drag the town and country with it.
I'm sure like the front end of it would just rust right off. Just
Yeah,
break.
I'd actually be more concerned about where we'd hook up to the town and country.
Yeah.
We'd have to, yeah, I don't know.
250. 250.
Yep.
One last comment and then we'll get to more truck stuff.
Okay.
What's the video for tomorrow?
The video for tomorrow, coincidentally enough, is a review of the Century CT tonneau cover and the bed rug here on our Maverick.
Very cool.
Yep.
Alrighty.
Thanks, Liz. So Liz is going to drive first, but I figure we'll take a quick peek at the motor before we get driving. Oh yeah, look at that great hotspot connection.
What is that?
Nice. Turn that off for now. Not many vehicles, especially American cars, have a double pull, but this has a double pull hood, very easy to pop open. There's the little 2-liter. Pretty darn easy to work on, I will say. If you had to do something in there, you got your intake manifold right there, oil, your belts. I mean, this is a pretty straightforward and tried and true powertrain from Ford. So anything that's going to go wrong is going to be pretty darn easy to address in here. Yeah.
Cool.
We've managed to keep our interior fairly clean. We're not Savages. We do have the all-terrain-ish muddy floor liners from Ford. Those have been nice. Take this right there. This is a little accessory. This will be kind of fun for you all who are not familiar with this aspect of the Maverick, but it's got a little cubby right here next to the screen. And we installed an accessory from someone called Acro HD on Etsy. And so that kind of fills into the cubby, and then we put this MagSafe phone charger right on there, and then we can just hop in, throw our iPhones right on it, and we're good to go. And they also provided us this little accessory, a little garbage bag you used a little bit. Maybe that actually.
I think that was from our last road trip.
Okay, and it's got a little cup holder in there as well. I don't know if you noticed, but Alyssa was able to so quickly and subtly change the gear on the Maverick. Just kind of a little flick of the wrist and she was in reverse and then back into drive. And some people complain about the rotary shifter in some of the new vehicles, but I like it because it frees up so much of this area down here in the truck. It makes it so she's not bumping into a shifter as she reaches around to all these various cubbies that it has. And I think the clever functionality of the interior is one of my favorite things about the Maverick. We drive so many cars week in and week out, and they just have such bland or basic kind of just cup holder, maybe a wireless device charger and a center console, and that's it. Whereas this has center console, storage, cup holder, storage up there, all these different things. I mean, even right now we've got a cell phone, a water bottle, the hotspot, another cell phone, and a purse, and we still have
the whole purse too.
Yeah, so a whole purse right in that storage bit, and we still have plenty of room.
Yeah, it doesn't look too cluttered, and it doesn't feel cluttered.
No. Yep, very low, kind of creates this expansive feeling. This is not a large vehicle. You can see our elbows are fairly close, and if they had cluttered this up more, it'd feel much more claustrophobic in here, but instead, this feels like a more expansive, nice place to be. Can you update us on the town? Okay,
actually, Pittsburgh Man's last comment.
Yeah, okay. Whose accident was it with the lights?
Take a guess.
Yeah. We'll let you guess on that one and tell you if you're right or you're wrong.
There's a lot of traffic over there.
Oh, I wonder if there was an accident. I guess we'll find out. Can you update us on the Town & Country? Yeah, the Town & Country, for those of you who don't know, I own a 2006 Chrysler Town & Country that I don't drive very regularly, and I've been driving it even less regularly lately because it has developed a power steering fluid leak. And the power steering pump is not very happy about that. And I have done nothing to fix it. So it's sitting at DMHQ currently. The low priority. I'm more interested in seeing if I can just drive it without power steering than I am fixing the power steering, because I've vowed to essentially stop putting any money into that vehicle.
Which I am very much relieved with.
Right. I like the Town & Country, don't get me wrong, it's just mine is so cheap and it doesn't get much love or attention anymore. I don't drive it because I drive cars and motorcycles and everything, so it's less and less reason. Can you cut the muffler? This would probably sound horrible with the muffler, Scott.
Probably, yeah.
It is not a hybrid, it is the 2-liter turbo. Pittsburgh, I don't trust one of them. I'm gonna throw it in reverse by accident, I know it. Has that ever happened?
Yeah, but I noticed it right away because I let my foot off the brake and it was going in a different direction. But I would say that the clicks on the rotary knob are so strong that you feel each gear that you're switching into. And then that time that I did have it in a different gear than what I intended, I wasn't going very fast anyways. I'm not going to be a hooligan with my own vehicle, so it was very much like, oh, it was a very slow let off.
Right, you don't toss it in reverse and smash the gas.
No.
The other thing is, it's really no different from having a column, like, or you know, a standard select shift with your hand sort of thing. You still have to go reverse, neutral, drive. It's just you're doing it with your wrists and fingers rather than your entire arm. If it's not a hybrid, you have to cut them off. So definitely Lissa. It's okay though, Lissa.
Yeah.
It was Alyssa.
I don't usually back into our garage, and I liked the idea of doing that because then I would have more space in our garage to get into the passenger side or the driver's side. And the one time I tried that happened, so I don't do that anymore.
Yeah. Rough.
Yeah.
Hi, Audi fanboy. Glad you're able to make it. Hello, Yoon. And Charlie, can you cut the muffler off the Town and Country? Oh, sorry. Also, hello, Huang. Sorry. I will raise you one further. My plan for the Town and Country is not to cut the muffler, but yet I am thinking of cutting off the entire roof of the Town and Country.
Not really.
And I don't think Alyssa's heard this idea yet.
Yeah, I have. I heard it on your podcast. I'm not really considering it.
You listened to the podcast?
That one.
Oh,
that
nice.
one I did.
Yeah, no. Oh, yeah, that's a different one. Well, no, I've thought about it more, and I think it's a good thing to do with the minivan because here's my thought process. I paid $750 for that when it was not new, but when it was new to me. It is now in worse condition in some key ways, not all the ways.
Highway?
Sure. In some ways, it is in worse condition. Also, just higher miles, and it's older. And so it's not really worth maybe any more than $1,000. So instead, I could take a Sawzall to it, and I could create a convertible. And it would be a 7-seater convertible. And I think that would be a more entertaining use of $1,000 than simply selling the van. And I could just scrap it when I'm done.
You could do that now and save yourself.
I can't remember who that is, but it's someone who's not getting answered right now.
That's probably work.
Dropping a Hellcat engine in the TNC. Unfortunately, if I were to try dropping a Hellcat engine in there, the entire thing would separate from itself. Not a lot of structural integrity left in the old TNC.
A lot of rust.
Yeah. Do you have any water leakage on your tonneau cover? Oh, message was just retracted. But I don't know if you're going to re-ask that, but no, we haven't noticed any. Are there any built-in chargers? Nope, this model doesn't have any sort of wireless charger. I think you'd have to step up to either the XLT Luxury Pack or the full-on Lariat to get that.
Oh boy, what in the world is this thing?
Whoa, that is like a super old school fire truck maybe? Like that's probably an airport fire truck. Detroit Metropolitan Wayne County Airport, yep. That was cool. Airplane is burning on the tarmac sort.
I wonder why it's out.
Yeah, probably just running around.
Yeah.
Joyriding. Pittsburgh Man, we appreciate your dedication to the service of wielding the band hammer. Turn the Town and Country into a Ute.
What's that?
Problem is we already have a Ute. We're driving it. A Ute is essentially this. It's like a car with a pickup truck bed.
Does that stand for something? Ute?
Maybe. It's an Australian term, so I'm not sure.
I've
Someone
never
let us
heard of
know.
that. That's neat.
Yeah. I guess I could really just be holding this.
Yeah,
Charlie, cut the roof behind the driver's compartment when you are driving your rear passengers to get rain on, and you don't. But the thing is I don't think I would drive it in the rain. I think it would just be when it's nice out. It'd be my fair weather car.
The problem is that usually it lives under a carport, not a garage. Right now, is it outside at the garage?
Yes.
Yeah.
It would have to live inside.
It would have to live inside indefinitely, or in a junkyard after you've...
I think Alyssa would be okay with giving up her garage parking spot in order to park the Town and Country in there.
Absolutely not. That's ridiculous.
Shout out to the person with the Russian name, whose name I cannot pronounce, but I don't know what you said. If you can translate it, or if somebody can translate it, I'm happy to respond. Just towed a car from New Jersey to North Carolina with my Maverick, over 800 miles. Very nice.
Wow. And you towed. Very nice.
Maverick on the highway. I just drove a Lariat today and found that it's a little bit quieter than the XLT, but it's really not too bad in here either way.
Although I do find myself checking the windows a lot because it feels like there's just a lot more wind noise than is normal.
Okay.
And that's just how it is.
see you both drive. Well, Ford guys, Alyssa drives this, and I drive the press cars.
Yep.
For my motorcycle. Are there any cons you've noticed from owning a Ford Maverick? Yeah, we should probably talk about some of the cons. We just talked about it a little bit. It's not the quietest car, but honestly, even in the ways that it's louder, it's less annoying than the Tesla was loud, I think. The Tesla was very quiet at lower speeds, but on a highway it had this kind of
echoing thing
aspect.
And then the Tesla also would scream at you and beep at you. And those were very obnoxious and very terrifying.
Right.
But they do have the settings where you can lessen those, and there's safety features. Like if a car in front of you is braking and you haven't started braking yet, then it's going to tell you to start braking. And you can lessen those so it becomes a greater distance. And then it doesn't really like construction zones if you have to go out of a lane. And then, so it's a lot of different safety features in which it beeps at you, and it's just very loud and very like all of a sudden. Oh, what was that?
I don't know what that was. This is a weird sound. We'll get back to a few more of the cons here in a moment. Over 18 hours of driving, max tow capacity with 4K tow package. And Miater, how did it hold up? Has it still been good? Most wanted in the chat.
Oh, hey.
That he hasn't made it to a live drive in such a long time. His or her, to be fair, dad is looking at ordering a Lariat Maverick. He's convinced he needs all-wheel drive for PA winter, but I think he'd be fine with front-wheel drive and winter tires. Yes, I am very confident he'd be fine with front-wheel drive. Winter tires would be totally good. If I maintain, if you're not planning on using the 4K tow package, whoa, Bronco jail's empty.
Oh, Bronco jail is so empty.
Oh, wow. Maybe they finally figured out a way to fix the Broncos. Neat.
Put chips in them.
Yeah. Sorry for that, Most Wanted. Yeah, if you don't need to be doing the 4K tow, you should just be getting a hybrid front-wheel drive, 100%. The hybrid is so much more efficient. That's kind of a no-brainer. The Lariat I drove today, over the last 1,000 miles, has averaged 36 miles per gallon.
Wow.
Right. And I mean, we're getting 27, which isn't awful, but like...
36? Man.
Yeah.
And the Lariat is a hybrid, or...?
Well, you can get any of the 3 trims in either of the powertrains.
Okay, I wasn't sure if it was just Lariat is, or you can only get the hybrid in the Lariat. That's my question.
Sure. Miater said his Maverick has held up great from all the towing, and almost never went over 2,000 RPMs. You know, that's what I noticed as well, is this engine makes so much torque that it's so happy to chill out in a very high gear. And I've been really happy with that. Even when we were towing, it would just pulled along and chug. You just hear the turbo running, which Alyssa's not a huge fan of hearing the tiny little turbo go.
I'm getting used to it.
But I quite like it.
Yeah, that's kind of annoying. I just said I was getting used to it. But...
Pittsburgh Man said, everyone just got new Broncos this week. Clap, clap, clap. And Audi Fanboy loves the podcast, so thank you. Nice. Charlie, can you put a camper shell on the Maverick so then you have an aerodynamic truck? No, I feel like if you're gonna put one of those big shells on the back, you might as well have just gotten yourself a Bronco Sport. I mean, I know that's like, yeah, you can still use the dirtiness of the pack, but we use the Maverick a lot for having that big open aspect. Yeah. A few other negatives. Alyssa fits okay, but not perfectly. Even with the steering wheel and her chair moved as forward as she can safely while still giving some clearance from the steering wheel, her feet don't reach the pedals as comfortably as she would like.
My heel doesn't rest on the ground.
Yeah.
So right now, in these flat shoes that I have, right? No heel on these. It's the ball of my foot and then the toes that are resting on the gas pedal here. And look how far, if you guys can tell, my heel is from the ground. Do you see this?
Yeah, that's
This is my foot on the gas right now in a normal position. This is my heel on the ground.
I almost wonder if another aspect of that is the height of the seat.
The height of the seat. So in the vehicles that Charlie has been getting from pressed vehicles, they are able to, some of them are able to like tilt the front end of the seat down, but still have you sitting at a higher height, but the front of the seat is tilted down. And that's amazing because I can actually rest my heel on the ground but still be lifted high enough.
Yeah.
And you don't feel like you're tilted forward at all. It's just such an awesome way to engineer a car seat
Right.
for a small adult.
And this is a pretty tall instrument panel, so
yeah.
if that seat could go too much lower, you wouldn't really be able to see very well.
I can't.
So, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, so in fact, yeah, you have the seat all the way up.
I have the seat all the way pumped up.
Yeah, so if it went lower, your feet would probably reach the pedals a little bit better.
Yeah.
But then you wouldn't be able to see anything.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. So, Daily Motor top tip, if you want to drive a Ford Maverick, don't be short.
Don't be short. And how short should you not be? Shorter or at 5'1".
Yeah.
Yeah, don't be like that.
Yep.
Just get taller.
Other cons that we can maybe think of.
I have not been too satisfied with the CarPlay.
Right.
So this does not have a wireless CarPlay or Android Auto, but the wireless CarPlay is awesome. So we have to plug it in. And I've noticed a couple of times that when I have my iPhone plugged in to CarPlay, it doesn't pick up my phone, and it only like plays music or anything else I'm listening to through my phone still with it plugged in. It's kind of frustrating. A couple other times it hasn't registered. I travel a lot for my job and I have to use GPS almost every time I have to travel. And a couple of times I've had it plugged in, I've got a time crunch, I gotta get going, I'm driving, and it's not picking up my GPS, like CarPlay GPS thing at all, and it's very frustrating, especially when I'm on the go and I'm trying to get this stuff done. So no music, no GPS, kind of frustrating. You've got the plug-in, that's the only CarPlay we can do with this car, and it doesn't work sometimes. I would say it's happened 3, maybe 4 times out of 10. So,
well, I'd say not only the CarPlay being annoying, but even just sometimes when you just Bluetooth to it, the calls and the music won't go through.
Yeah, so not plugged in at all, not using CarPlay at all, only Bluetoothing the music through the car, it doesn't pick that up either. Yeah. I would say that's happened maybe 2 times out of 10, but the times that it has happened, it's just been like, why? What's wrong with you? And I've even tried to troubleshoot it by putting the car in park, turning the car off, opening my door, shutting the door, turning the car back on, trying it again, nothing.
Right, and I've kept an eye out for software updates or anything. Haven't really picked up on anything that would hopefully fix it. So, yeah. Another minor complaint of mine is even on 1 fan speed, fan's kind of loud, and it blows too strong. I mean, it's only on 1, and we're getting pelted with cold air right now.
It's very cold. Yeah. Yeah. A lot of times I have to move this off of my body, but I still want like the feeling.
You still want something. You can't have it totally still.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Another thing that's interesting is, and this happens mostly when we're driving on the highway or just at high speeds, fan is at 1 and it's blowing air normally, and then all of a sudden you hear it pick up as if you turned it from fan speed 1 to like fan speed 3 or 4 or something like that. Okay. You've been in the car with me when that's happened, and it's like, this just got louder and it's blowing a lot more air, and we did not change it at all on a fan speed. So minor things. Sure. The CarPlay, maybe not so minor. The Bluetooth, I would say, is minor still because I don't need to listen to music. But
if you were trying to make a phone call or something, if someone calls you and you hit answer and it's going through the thing, you're like, what the heck?
Yeah.
Audi fanboy, what do you think about the Hyundai Santa Cruz? I like the Santa Cruz. I think it's a good truck. I don't think there's as much reason to get the Santa Cruz. It's in a weird in-between between the Maverick and the Ridgeline. The Maverick's cheaper by quite a bit, so it's a good option that way. And then the Ridgeline's got a lot of benefits too. So I like the Santa Cruz. It's a good, nice vehicle to drive. I just think it's less compelling from an ownership perspective, and I don't like the dual clutch. Yes, we could probably get some sort of wireless adapter for Apple CarPlay. I have considered it. They do exist. In fact, somebody was going to sponsor us one, and then they like fell off the map. So, yeah. If you hold the radio power button and scan forward button together for about 10 seconds, it will reset the infotainment system. Okay, so that's good to know. So
radio power button and scan forward button. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
So that's something you could try using in the future.
I should remember that next time.
Thank you, Javier.
Very
also,
cool.
We had a quick hello earlier from Xavier.
Hey, man.
Xavier Soto.
Neat.
Yeah. Let's do another little walk around.
Yeah. And then do the EA Sports theme on the car horn.
No.
Is that the EA Sports? It's in the game.
Here is our Maverick, for any of you who didn't see it at the beginning. Parked butt to sun this time. No more Broncos in Bronco jail. Yeah, it's... oh, another quick con I remember you mentioning. You getting in and out, especially when the weather is crappy. You'll notice this is quite low down where your feet go, and then you have to step over quite a large ridge to get out. So I know Alyssa has hit the back of her pant leg, her calf, if you will.
Even on here too.
Yeah.
A lot of times that I do that.
Yep.
And then I'm in, and then through the door open, I get out, and I do it again. And then I do second time, typically on this leg with this calf. But
also I can tell, and this isn't unique to the Maverick by any way, but we've definitely been hitting the door panel on our way out, scuffing it up with our feet. But I do that in a lot of different cars, so it's a huge deal.
Yeah, it's not so bad during the summer, but when there's snow and slush caked up in mud, yeah, it's not fun.
It's pretty solid though. I mean,
yeah, that's nice.
Like the build quality for this sort of vehicle has been quite good.
Yeah,
Definitely.
One thing I really love about the Maverick, it's probably the one thing I love the most about the Maverick, is, and it's something that all Ford trucks have, cars, is the number pad.
Yeah.
This thing is awesome. So when I'm working, I have to take an iPad, a laser measurer, and my phone with me, and I don't like to carry a whole lot of stuff, and that's still a lot of stuff to carry, so I don't want to have to carry a set of keys, so I don't. And when I had the Tesla, I didn't have to worry about it because the phone is your key.
And keep in mind, all you men watching, these are not real pockets. Women don't get real pockets.
I don't get pockets.
Yeah.
Women's pants.
So she literally has to carry it.
Don't have pockets.
She doesn't want to carry a purse or a bag. She doesn't think it looks professional.
It doesn't look professional, 100%. So yeah, women don't get pockets in their clothes, and I don't want to carry keys, and I gotta carry a lot of stuff anyways. So I leave the key in the truck, and I lock it, and then when I'm done, I go in, I plug in our code, get in the truck, turn it on with the key that I left in there, and I'm all set.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
I don't know
nice.
why more car manufacturers do that.
Right.
This is a godsend. It's awesome. I love it.
Yeah, there are definitely times when, say, the truck is locked, I'll come out to it and I'll have, the key will be in my pocket, I'll maybe have something in my other hand or whatever, I won't want to grab the key, so I'll just punch the code real quick and then I can throw something in the back, or it's kind of like halfway between having a proxy key.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, very cool.
Right, so I will get in now, and this is probably one of our bigger cons as well, which would be solved with the power seats from a Maverick Lariat or something, but you see Alyssa's seating position, quite different than mine. If I were to get in, I am very close up to the steering wheel, not super comfortable, so I have to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and then gotta go back a little bit, wheel out.
All manual.
Yep.
The wheels manual, the seats manual.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of a readjustment, and that's a big change coming from our Tesla, that literally when we just got in with our cell phone, it would have japped everything to us, and all you had to do was a quick little and then away you go.
Yeah.
So that we were spoiled with that.
We were super spoiled.
Yep.
Yeah.
And fun fact, the Chevy Bolt that we had last week that Alyssa liked very much, I learned also has like key, like you can program a profile to the key. Now I don't know if it'll change all the seating, but it probably would.
That's really very cool.
Yep.
Why else would they do that?
Radio presets, settings, that sort of thing.
Oh.
Yep. Right, once Alyssa gets back in, we'll address more comments, but I'll do a little bit of driving now. Oh, she's locked up. There we go.
Do you need this?
I will, yes. Switchblade key, like that.
Pittsburgh Man says, say it with your chest, Alyssa. Carrying all that real estate money.
Huh.
Most Wanted said, my mom used to have a Ford Freestyle with a keypad, and it was so useful. Yes. Those are amazing.
Yeah, especially for having children or something. If you want someone to just be able to go out and get something out of the car, put something in the car, their backpack they left out or something.
Yeah.
And they don't need to have the key. They can just tap in the code.
Xavier says, nice beat there, Charlie.
Thank you.
Ford guy says, can you show us the Maverick 2.0 liter EcoBoost with a Dyson vacuum cleaner exhaust sound? Do a muffler delete. It's a massive improvement.
I'm sure it would sound goofy. Be loud, that's for sure.
Kyle, we had a Tesla Model Y.
Hey, Kyle's on the...
No, it's someone named Kyle Kruger.
Different Kyle. Okay.
Different Kyle.
Yeah, that makes sense if you didn't know that we had a Tesla.
That's okay. Welcome, Kyle. Glad to have you.
Yes.
Quan Jones says, hi, Charlie. Can you put aftermarket speakers to make it sound better?
I'm sure we could, and maybe that's something we do someday. Problem is, it's not only the speakers, it's also the speaker placement and the tuning from the amplifier, so I mean, it would be a whole thing. I don't think purely putting in some new speakers is going to make a huge world of difference in the sound. Subwoofer would probably make a pretty big difference. Yeah, maybe if we end up keeping the truck for a few years, that's something we could do. We could definitely look into getting some aftermarket speakers or something, but now it's not great, but we just send it.
That I think it does. Yeah. And Xavier says, ooh, Charlie, you can't forget, you know the drill horn. You know the drill, the horn, and oh, 60 brake test.
It's a loud horn because it's like the horn is right by the firewall for some reason. And being that this is our personal vehicle, I don't feel like shortening my brake life, so I'm sorry, no 60 to 0 brake test today. And we also have like a bunch of things in the truck bed that I don't want going everywhere.
Yeah, we got a lot of stuff in the back.
Yeah.
It's probably like a good 5 seconds, 6 seconds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Yeah. Pittsburgh Man says, just buy a sound bar and install it.
I mean, honestly, you could just put a sound bar right there, hook it up, be good to go. Ooh, he's gonna squeeze it. She. One hunka.
Oh my gosh. Ford Guys wants to know how many miles we have on it.
7,928.7.
Yes.
Soon to be 0.8.
Yep. Oh, there it is.
Yep, for some reason Fords have 10th places on their odometers. I never quite understood why, but hey, whatever.
Javier asks if we regret not getting the Lariat.
It's interesting you ask, because like I said, I just drove the Lariat today. I don't think... No. Because one of the Maverick's main appeals is how affordable it is, and getting the Lariat would be significantly less affordable. It would be an easier car to love with some of those kind of key user features, but it's like just a few, and it's kind of like it wouldn't change overall the main appeal of the vehicle. It would be like, yeah, maybe the proxy key would be a little nice because then Alyssa could just like leave the key in her purse. I think it has wireless CarPlay, so that would be nice, but yeah, it's not enough about the Lariat that it's like, ooh, yeah, like I really wish we had gotten this. It was just kind of like, oh, yeah, it's a little bit nicer. But I would rather have not spent the money. In fact, I'd probably just be fine with an XL. The only problem with the XL is it just doesn't have cruise control, so.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
The difference between Charlie and I, well, before I answer this, tell everyone what we paid for this, because this is a live drive on the truck.
About 30,000.
About 30. How much would the Lariat have been?
Like 35, probably.
That's it. I regret not getting the Lariat.
But like, what are the aspects that you would like to have for that extra $5,000?
Not having to pump the seat up.
Okay, so the power seat, that's fair.
The power seat would be nice. Did you say, I was reading comments, did you say it comes with wireless CarPlay?
I think so, so I'm gonna have to confirm that.
If it did, the leather seats would be nice, the leather steering wheel would be nice.
Yeah, but it's a cheap leather steering wheel, it doesn't feel that much nicer.
Yeah, but it still probably would be nice.
Yeah.
It's only $5 grand more, I mean, seriously.
Only
those two things,
5,000?
Those two things alone I mean, seriously, every time I get in the car, it would save me 5 minutes.
It's not 5 minutes, it's like 30 seconds. Let's time it.
No. But what I mean is, like, the whole process. I get in the car, I put my things away, I gotta change the seats, I gotta change the side mirrors, I gotta change the I gotta change the wheel.
You'd still have to change the side mirrors and the center mirror. You still have to change the wheel.
But when I'm in a rush and I'm like trying to get out the door and then I gotta back out the driveway and then I gotta close the driveway, like the garage door. So like that whole sequence there,
Would all be the same in a Lariat.
No.
The only difference is you'd get to go bzzz, rather than clunk, 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 clunk.
And okay, I guess what I'm saying is the difference between clunk, 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 19 times I've counted them. The most I've counted is 19 pumps to get the seat to where I need it to be. I'm like working and I'm irritated and I'm like, I gotta do this and I gotta leave here in like 30 seconds because I'm already running late. And then if I were to just go, I'd be like, this is so fun. Look at, so it's really an attitude changer. And there.
Plus, most of the time you just drive this truck, so you get in your seat's totally fine. It's probably 1 in every 10 times, more so a little bit in the last week because we've been filming this, but that you actually have to change your seat.
I'd probably say.
Because you probably drive it 10 times a week. And maybe I probably drive it once a week or so.
I don't think I drive it 10 times a week.
No?
I don't think I drive it every day.
Okay.
I'd say I drive it
5 times a week.
probably 5 times a week.
So maybe once a week you'd save about a minute with a Lariat.
I'd actually say like 3 times. They're a decent 3 times a week.
You think I drive this 3 times a week?
Yeah, especially on the weekends, because you're like, I'm just gonna go over to the garage and I'm gonna take the truck because I gotta do hauling some things over to the garage and yeah.
All right. Well, apparently Alyssa would rather pay the extra $5,000 for those 3 minutes a week.
You're not being kind. Anyways, thank you, Javier, for that question. I hope I'm saying your name right, by the way. Quan says, I don't know if this is a coincidence. Why the truck have B&O speaker grills?
Does it? They don't actually. It just looks like they do. You can tell where the B&O logo would go, but it doesn't have them.
Huh.
The Lariat does.
Interesting.
Yeah.
That's cool that you noticed that. Miran says, for a fact, I saw a slammed Maverick straight piped. It sounds like angry bees and someone had Taco Bell for lunch at the top of the rev range. That's hilarious.
Nice.
Pittsburgh Man says, you gotta make your wife happy, Charles. You know what they say. Buy her a Lariat. That's also what he said. Most Wanted says, I think the Maverick strikes a rare balance where all the trims actually make sense.
To be fair, if a Lariat were available, we would have probably gotten that. Kind of a matter of, you can have this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
No question. I need to figure out if I can install a power seat one from like a Lariat.
At that point, we're just gonna sell it because anytime Charlie would try to like get into the wiring and take the seat out of this car, I'd be like, it's probably broken now. I love you. Okay. Frank Duck says, I bet the new Ranger will be cool. It's freezing.
Yeah, I agree. It should be. It should be cool.
Really cool. Yeah. Joey says, hey everyone.
Joey Finley?
Yes, Joey Finley.
Hey, Joey Finley.
Michael Burry says, never cheap out resale value. Considered comfort, convenience, and just the nicer environment. Yeah.
Yeah, like I said.
Out.
Yeah, I would have probably gotten the Lariat if it were available to us.
Yeah.
Another little small thing is I kind of like being able to put my 2 fingers in between this part of the steering wheel and sort of drive with one hand like this.
Neat.
Yeah.
The real Topher drives is checking in. Now, I don't believe that now.
How do we know he's...
How do we know you're real?
Chris, if you are the real Topher drives, you'll know this question. the answer to this question. About how much will it cost for you to get the driver's seat repaired on your 1999 BMW Roadster?
Pittsburgh Man says that is the real Chris.
Oh, he inspected it. Okay. Well, I wanted to do it my fun way.
Well, the fun way is also great.
Yeah.
I love that. Time to get verified, I guess.
Yeah, that Russian person who commented on our channel was verified, so I was hoping that someone
That's pretty cool.
yeah, who would.
It's very neat. He's including himself.
Hmm.
Quan is asking if you can do a Chevy Malibu sound system test base.
Probably not, just because they don't sell the Malibu anymore. Rip.
Are they replacing it with something, or is it because it's a sedan?
It's because it's a sedan. Chevy
They're
stopped
not
making all
doing any more sedans.
Yeah. Let's do some mild off-roading before we wrap this up.
Maybe we can go to the spot where we rescued that Tacoma.
Okay.
I'm just saying maybe. I don't know.
Okay.
Want me to hold up?
Sure. Hopefully we don't get stuck.
That would be awful.
The Topher would have to come pull us out with his... I'm trying to think if he has any SUVs.
The Highlander?
Yeah, Highlander.
Yeah.
Or Topher Drives could come pull us out with his Lexus UX.
Or the minivan.
Or the minivan.
Peggy.
Well, he's got a Lexus or a Mercedes ML that could pull us out.
Okay. Okay. Ford Guys is asking if you would straight pipe or muffler delete on the Maverick.
No. I'm sure it was an either-or question, but neither.
Neither? Yeah. Ford Guys is a hooligan.
Yeah.
He also says there might be a power seat wire under the seat. You should check. What's happening here?
Doing a little walk around.
That's cute.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. There probably is power already running to the seat under there, so you could probably just literally get a lariat seat, plug it in.
With the leather?
With the leather.
Topher says $300.
There you go. It's the real Topher.
It's a real Topher.
It's the real substitute Topher.
Pittsburgh Man says, who doesn't enjoy being able... Oh gosh, I'm not gonna say that. I'm not saying that, man.
Melissa reads out loud in real time.
Yep. Not gonna say that. It's a Friday one.
Ah.
I did, to be honest, Pittsburgh Man, when Charlie was saying that, I was like thinking that same thought in my own head and was like, I can't say that out loud. But you almost made me, so. Javier says, all right, everyone, let's look for a lariat for Alyssa. So she can save 3 minutes adjusting her seat. You guys are awesome. Thank you.
This will be a fun one. I think the viewers will appreciate this. We'll go see if the stolen, presumably scrapped. Yes, it's still there.
It is.
What do you call it? Chevy Trailblazer is still here. See, we have the FX4 package. We can do things like this.
That's very true. Oh, we gotta back out now too?
Yep.
Oh, it crashed.
Yeah, someone straight up joyride stole this into here, crashed it into a tree and abandoned it.
Neat. Are we getting out?
Sure.
Oh, okay.
All right. Ugh. Oh, it's got a tow hitch back here. That could be, ow, ooh, super prickers.
I got my fancy shoes on.
Oh, it's not that dirty. Yeah. Someone could come take this if they wanted. It's worth something.
There's a little spider web on the back. It's been here a minute.
There's a backpack back there and a tampon.
Oh.
Maybe a lady came and drove this back here. This is yeah. Come up here. They must have been cooking.
Dang.
Yeah. Keone can come back here and get some free parts. Strip it out.
I smell something dead. Is there something dead in there?
Yeah, maybe there's a body.
Oh man.
Oh geez, Rick. Pretty nasty. Looks like someone was sleeping in there. There's a pillow, some ramen.
Oh, that's right.
Living out of their little Trailblazer.
That's pretty rad.
Yep. There's a pen. That's good.
Wow.
Classy. Mm-hmm. Yep. You walk around to try to avoid the nettles. Ah. Ooh. Ooh, Cash App. Hey, thanks, Joey.
Neat.
No launches in our Maverick, but we appreciate it nonetheless.
Savage.
I didn't put it in the description. It's okay.
Oh, nice. Okay.
You hold this while I back out, and you can read comments.
Ford Guys is like, show us the Trailblazer. You got it, man. Quan likes how I read every comment.
Aww.
You're welcome. I like reading the comments. Sometimes when they're funny. Most of them are. Not when they're spam. Also says, my dream car is to get a Mercedes GLS Maybach.
Ooh.
That's nice. Yeah. The paint. Pig Prince Pittsburgh Man says, wow, just tow it out and add it to your collection. Oh boy. Fit right in next to the Town and Country. Ford Guys thinks you should put the front lariat seats in.
Yeah.
You can keep everything original and the cloth back seats. Neat. Pittsburgh Man says they were definitely blazing those trails.
Yeah.
A little bit too much. Maybe they were blazed.
They were probably blazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did the airbags go off?
I didn't quite catch. I think so, but I didn't quite catch it.
Yeah, I didn't actually see that.
We are going to switch with our drive mode selector here. We've got normal, tow haul, slippery, mud and ruts, sand. I think let's do mud and ruts.
Mud and ruts. Here's some mud.
More like mud and butts.
Why, Charles? Why is it more like mud and butts?
Because butts is funny.
There's a boat out here.
Yeah. You want to get into boating?
What's your dream car?
Porsche Carrera GT.
Neat.
I think it's rained more recently than the last time we were out here, so some of this ground's pretty soft.
Is that good or bad?
Bad, we'll have to be careful.
Okay.
Not to get stuck.
My dream car is a Maverick Lariat. There's the boat. We live in a great place, guys. We have things to do afterwards too, so.
Yeah, you're right. We definitely can't get stuck.
We can't get stuck.
Let's drive over here, show them where the Tacoma is stuck. And
then
we'll
back out.
Yep. Ooh, there's a little scrape. Good thing we got them skid plates.
Yeah. That looks muddy.
Yep.
Oh, there it was.
Yep.
Oh boy. That's where it's stuck.
Look at our Maverick doing truck stuff. Oh, a plane. Cute. So yeah, we had to back the Maverick in here and rescue the, oh wait, hotspot. I want to forget that. Oh, yeah, that's some fresh mud. Oh, you know what? Look, there's some heavy duty truck tracks out here. I wonder if someone had to bring like a digger in to rescue something, because this is like, that's like not a truck. Like that's like a tractor or something.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm gonna stay over here.
Okay. But yeah, we tried to drive the Tacoma TRD Pro through here and it did not work. We got very stuck. Yeah, something else has definitely been in here since us. These are hardcore tracks and they went that way. Interesting. Huh. Neat. Okay. But yeah, that was a lot, and the Maverick did a good job of pulling. Cool. Well, let's wrap up some comments and wrap up the stream.
Also, this is a good showcase of the tires when they're full of mud.
Yeah.
And how much grip they may lose.
Right. Yeah, they cake up pretty quick and easy.
Caked up.
Double caked up.
Yep. Like an LA girl's face.
Ha. That's a good thumbnail right here.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Last comments?
Oh yeah. Alrighty.
We'll just end it right here.
Okay. Ford guy says the airbags did not go off.
Okay.
Pittsburgh Man says you got to be prepared if that flood in Michigan ever happens. And Ford Guys also says, Charlie, off-road the Maverick. Turn off traction control while off-roading.
Too late, but it wouldn't have made much difference. I wasn't going to spin it out.
Okay. All right.
Cool.
Thanks for live drive. What's on the dock for next week?
I always forget. I think, I don't know. Next time I'll have that. Here, I don't have my phone on me.
Want me to grab it?
No.
Okay. Quan says he absolutely loves the Burmeister system in Mercedes.
Good.
People say it's a scam and junk, but nope, piece of artwork.
Yeah.
Wonderful, delightful sound system.
Yeah, I like the Burmesters too.
That's pretty cool.
So thank you all so much for watching. We will be back next week with mystery vehicle. I'll try to put the poll out again and then actually honor the poll. What happened was the Infiniti needs an alignment and the dealer wasn't able to finish it up in time. So, yep. So now we're driving this. But we'll see you next week. Thank you all so much for supporting. Joey, thank you for the dono. We really appreciate that. And we will see you all in the next one. We're Charlie and Alyssa from Daily Motor. And as always, drive on.